nice is it to have, look like all 15 out there for practice? How nice is that to have?
Yeah, great. Yeah, Philly started practicing a couple days ago. She's still limited to about 15 minutes of live action a day. But if we can get 15 minutes out of her tomorrow in the exhibition game, that's a good thing. Solly is going to be out, and we'll see if and when she does get back. She sees the doctor. Could be a kind of a season ending for her. But other than that, yeah, we're healthy. Deja's back, and excited.
Atmosphere looks good. They look excited. They look ready. Do you feel like it's starting to feel like the season is obviously just a day away for you guys from starting?
Yeah, you can tell. Their intensity's been up the last few practices. We've actually played with a ton of energy all year long. It's really been fun because we have competition at every spot. We can go 10 or 11 right now, and and that makes it good. But yeah, I think our kids are amped up and ready to play.
Billy, I know she's coming off the injury, but just watching her kind of footwork there, she seems almost quicker. Am I imagining that? I mean, what does it look like, her progression?
Yeah, well, she's a long way from getting back into game shape, but she's 6'8". She's going to be 6'8" the whole game, and she's a load down there. If she gets positioned, she's really difficult to defend. I'm really excited to see how she does when she gets back to 100%. But yeah, she looks good. You can tell her that. That'll make her feel better.
Talk about competition. Have you settled on a starting group for season opener, or is it still kind of ongoing?
Yeah, I think I've got 4 of the 5 that I'm going to go with tomorrow, even though tomorrow won't, it may not be the same lineup. But I think the lineup's going to be fluid for a little while. We don't have a ton of separation yet, so that's a good thing as a coach. It's also a bad thing. We've just got to make sure that it doesn't matter who starts or who finishes. Everybody goes in and contributes. That's what we're looking for. I really appreciated listening to Freddie Freeman last night. Everybody knew he was the MVP or going to be, and they talked to him about getting 12 RBIs and setting a World Series record. And the first thing he did said, "Well, my teammates got on base." He deflected every time they tried to give him attention, he deflected it. And that's the same kind of attitude that we need. That's why those guys are champions. Dodgers, 8th world championship.
And talk about another champion. I'm still riding the high of the Liberty game, but how's Oregon going to embody the energy that Sabrina and Niara brought? How do you want to embody that this season?
Well, yeah, we've talked to both just in the last couple of days. It's obviously it was a thrill to see them win it, but yeah, I think anytime you have a championship team, and we've had several here, they just never care about who's getting the attention. Who has a good game or a bad game. I mean, Sabrina struggled in that last game, but Niara picked her up. That's what a true team does. And, and that's what we need to do too. We have to have that same kind of championship spirit.
And what are some of the technical aspects of the Liberty's game throughout the series that you want to bring, or that you saw that you like?
Yeah, well, Sandy and I are friends. We run a lot of the same stuff. So when Sabrina got there, it was that part was going to be good. Yeah, I just think, how they have different players that can step up in different nights. I think we have that ability too. I think we have, 7 or 8, maybe 9 players that could lead us in scoring on any given game. So as a coach, that's going to be a lot of fun to see. But yeah, they got a championship. I would love to get that for us too. That would be really nice. So that would be the biggest similarity that I would love to see.
Talking about that correlation, despite the Dodgers obviously having a lot of the same people, they also had a lot of new pieces. Oregon, very similar. You have some returning pieces, but you have a lot of new pieces. What's going to be the key to making sure this group is cohesive, especially at the beginning of the season, to make sure they can kind of continue to grow on that throughout the season?
Well, we've done a lot of stuff off the court to really kind of build team camaraderie. I think you watch out here and we've had people here at multiple practices. You see that they all kind of cheer for each other, and I love that. So the dynamic now is terrific. I love what we got going on. But then when you start playing, and some players are playing more than others, and some who aren't playing as much feel like they need to play more, that's where you sometimes can get into issues. But I really don't see that's going to be a problem with these guys. I've said it 100 times. How about I say I'm excited one more time? But I truly am. I can't wait to just see what we've got.
How will you evaluate the exhibition? Is it just mainly just seeing what you got out there?
Yeah, everybody's going to play. We want to stay healthy. That's the main thing. Let's get through the game healthy. And I just want us to play hard. Bobby Knight, rest in peace. We lost him in the last year or so. I know there was a lot of negative surrounding him, but he had a great line that I've used many times. We play against ourselves. The opponent's our potential. So we can't worry about, we need to worry about us and play to the best of our abilities. Sometimes, some games this year, we've got a big time schedule. We might play a great game and lose. Sometimes we might play a poor game and win. But for us, we just want to be consistent. We want to play the best that we can each and every game. So that's what I'm looking for tomorrow.
Is there anyone you've noticed from last year's roster returning that you've seen a big step in the right direction, a lot of improvement, and who might that be?
Yeah, well, Peyton Scott, just having her here healthy, but she's up to her game even to what it was at this point, last year before she got hurt. I think Sophia Bell, has improved. But of our returners, I really feel like Sarah Rambus has taken that next step forward. And we need her, especially early in the season when Philly may not be 100%. She gives us a presence in the middle.
Does Payne look hungrier than even a season ago, considering, coming off the injury and not getting the chance to play last year?
Yeah, well, Peyton's an old woman. This is her 6th year at this. So she understands that this is it for her. And, so I anticipate that she's going to just give the maximum effort every single day, every practice, every game. So I think all of our seniors, they've all gotten together on a couple of occasions. We have 5 seniors and 6 if you count Nani. I think, they're hungry. They're hungry. A lot of them haven't been to the NCAA tournament, and this gives them one last chance to do so. And I think we're certainly a good enough team to get there.
Yeah, a lot of the players have mentioned that they kind of have a chip on their shoulder coming here and wanting to get Oregon back to where it should be. Have you seen that play out in practice? Just you've got a lot of highly touted recruits that have done a lot of winning, but have that chip on the underdog chip on their shoulder.
Yeah, I have. I see it each and every day. Again, it goes back to we have 7 transfers, all of whom played big roles. Mostly bigger roles on other teams. So they're here expecting to play. So we've got to just make sure that we're all going towards that same goal. The Minnesota football coach, right? We're all rowing the boat. And that's just got to be our biggest thing.
Coach, you've obviously watched a lot of World Series wins in Dodger history. I'm just wondering, where does this latest one rank in your eyes?
Well, the championship, among the top. There's no comparison to 88, though. They were going against the powerful A's, and obviously the way it started with the Gibby's homer in Game 1, and then to see it happen again, that was really cool. I do not like the Yankees, so that was also nice. But 88's still my favorite. I mean, it was just so improbable that year, and yeah. Baseball's such a great sport. Even last night, you have to get 27 outs. There's no time limit. You can't dribble the game out. You can't stall. You need 27 outs, and anything can happen, as we saw. So it's a great lesson.
If you wouldn't have made it in a career in basketball, you think you would have stuck with baseball then?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I love baseball, and I've always loved the Dodgers, the Pirates, the Red Sox. Those are my 3 teams, and the Mariners. But Mariners got to give us more to cheer about. But it just, when I was 7 years old, my dad took me to my first Dodger game. First baseball game, and it was the Dodgers. We also went to Disneyland. So we made that family trip, and I just fell in love with baseball, and then obviously played my whole life, coached my boys probably 10 years, Little League. So it's a big part of, who I am and what I love. So it was really cool to see the Dodgers do it. Dodgers Red Sox is the series we need to see. Then I can just sit back and drink a beer with Hayden, and just enjoy the game. Yeah.